Hey, everybody, guess what? We're back. I'm so excited. My friend Melinda Doolittle is here. We're here to talk about all things American Idol. Man, we had a week off, but man, they brought us back with a crazy week.
I mean, I'm trying to I wasn't ready for 3 people to go home, number 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't honestly, like, I feel like The Voice was the show that did that, that just, took a bunch of people away from you every week, and you never got attached, and Idol was never that show, and this season, I'm like, what is happening? How do we keep going down so far every week? I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And I felt like it was a surprise. They didn't really say that they were taking out 3 people. Did you hear that?
Okay, okay, good. Because I honestly, I was taken aback at the end because I was like, wait, are like we've got 7 people now? Like I honestly wasn't ready.
I wasn't either. No.
Okay,
Because
that
at the
helps.
beginning they didn't say, they said you could vote, but usually you might get a day. I thought they were gonna have a show on Monday like normal. They did not. And then at the end, it's like Ryan came back a few minutes before the show was over and they're like, now we're gonna find out who the 7 are. And I'm like, okay.
Honestly, I didn't like it, and I thought the 3 that went home had their best weeks yet. Like I don't, for the most part, I'm I'm sad.
Okay, can we talk about that? Because Alyssa Ray, never thought I would see her leave this point in the show.
Well, okay, so if I'm being honest, I thought she was going to go home a little
You
early.
did?
I did.
Okay.
And it wasn't because she can't sing, because that girl has a beast of a voice. It was because from the get-go, it was basically either her or Grace. Like when
Right.
they made them a duo, it in
Right.
my head, they both had like beastly voices, you know?
Right.
And so if I were going to choose between the 2, I would go with Grace because she had more control over that beast of a voice. So I didn't think Alyssa was going to stay the whole season. I did not think that. I just thought she showed the most control this week. And of all weeks for her to go home, I was like, no, she's just, it's like she's getting it. She's growing into it.
Right.
And somebody tweeted me and they were like, you remember, like, you had like 12 seasons, I mean, 12 weeks to get it and grow into it. And these kids, they're like, hi, it's my second week of live shows and bye. Like,
I know. I know.
so I was
So
sad to see
it's
her go.
really only been running. Let's see, when we've talked to Hunter a couple weeks ago, it was only their 8th week, right? At that
Yes,
time.
but what, five of those were audition weeks.
Right. Right.
And then we had Hollywood. So it was really like,
So really, we're talking only like 3 weeks.
yeah, and only 2 of them were live. So honestly, I don't know how they're doing it.
I don't know.
I don't
And then
know.
Deshaun is gone. Another one. I was kind of surprised.
I once again, for some reason, I didn't think he was going to make it the whole season. I really didn't. But he still had his best night. Like I thought him doing that jazz style was so perfect for him. His personality came through, his voice was great, all of the things. And I'm just used to like them kind of pitting people against each other. Like somebody splits votes, you know?
Right.
So I'm like Deshaun and Willie Spence. Like they're probably splitting some votes. But he had his best week yet. And it made me sad. It made me very sad.
All right. Well, let's get to the last one they let go or who got eliminated last week, which is our local. And I tried to get Cassandra on with us this morning. It didn't work out. So, Cassandra Coleman.
Listen,
I feel like that was almost one of her better, like she sounded a little shaky in the beginning, but I still feel like it was one of her better overall performances.
it was. I think maybe what did her a bit of a disservice was that the arrangement was so huge that it sometimes swallowed up her voice. Like there were times where I was like, I'm just hearing more of the arrangement than I'm hearing her. And on a song like that, and with the kind of tone that she has, I wish they would have kind of let her float it and kind of melded their arrangement more to her voice, because I mean, it was a great song choice for her. Great song choice.
And the whole outfit, the whole thing, I thought,
All of it.
wow, they put the whole thing together. I really liked it, the whole thing.
All of it. I was so proud of her. And I mean, like when I was, I take notes and everything. And I really was like, why, like the arrangement is too big. Like it's swallowing her and I don't want it to. And I think, I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with a reason why she went home. I don't think she should have. So,
yeah. I mean, when it came down, when he started saying, okay, these, we're going to send some people home. And then when it was like the group that was like dwindling down, I was like, it hit me in my head. This is a possibility. She could be going home tonight. Yeah. And then when she did, I was like, I can't even believe this. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And then the show wrapped really fast. Like it was you got done. No reactions from them. You got nothing.
And I'm not mad at Arthur, because more power to him. Like he's in an awkward position also. However, right. I'm like, if you hadn't come back.
Yeah, who could have still been there? Cassandra,
we probably
Alyssa,
still had one. We would have had one of those three, and we probably still would have had Ava from the week before. Like I know it's not his fault. I was talking to some people on Twitter about that too. Like it's uncomfortable for everybody. Like I was trying to imagine what I would have thought my season if they brought Catherine McPhee back. Like that's the equivalent. Like she was second place this season before mine. Yeah. And so like what I would have thought, I would have been like, she's got a built-in audience. She's had weeks on this show. She's had time to like figure this out. I'm on a learning curve here. I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm like a fan of hers. And now I'm competing. Like it would have been so much. Like it would have been like a panic moment. And then I think like, what if the next season after me, they brought me back? I would feel so awkward with those other contestants. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not trying to take your friend's place. They made me do it. Like it, from either side, it's uncomfortable. So I feel for him. I feel for them. But I don't like losing somebody.
I know. He did do a great performance. I have to give him credit. His performance was very good.
Okay, so you liked it.
I liked it. Did you not like it? You didn't like it. Okay.
I love him.
I love his. We disagree on.
I know. I love his voice. Yeah. That like he's saying it well. Like I just absolutely love that song from Coco. So it was to me unrecognizable. Like it wasn't the melody.
Well, that's true. It took me a minute to realize what he was singing.
Like it wasn't any of the things. Like the chord changes were different. The melody was different. Lyrics were different. And I'm like, well, that's not the song then. And I remember John Stamos even saying to him, like, maybe at the beginning, you kind of give people more of the melody. And he basically just told him no. Like, he's like, I'm just going to do me. And I love his ability to change things up. I just was like, then do an original. If you're going to change the whole song, you might as well do an original. Like it.
And nobody else did that.
Not that much.
Not to that extent.
Chase Beckham took Baby Mine and made it more upbeat, which was a shock to my system also. Like I felt like a grandma, because I was like, but that's a lullaby. Like, so, but nobody changed it so much that you did not recognize the song. And I'm like, kudos for being able to do it, but I don't know if that's like best choice when you're covering someone's songs. And I did see that one of the writers tweeted and said, I heard somebody sang our song with a different melody, different chords, and different lyrics. And and I thought
Okay.
that's got to be hard from a writer's perspective too,
Yeah.
like you give them the opportunity to sing your song and then it's like that's not my song. Like
Yeah. Right.
so I think he's so talented. I would have loved to hear a little bit more of the melody and maybe chord changes.
Let's talk about our other local Hunter Metz, who is still in the top 7. I mean, he's got to be on cloud 9. I mean, and I
Listen,
felt like after last week when you and I were able to talk to him, well, that's been 2 weeks ago, after that big not remembering the words, I feel like he just came back even better.
he did. I think sometimes that has to happen for you to realize, like, oh, okay, I'm still okay. I survived it. Like, that is like worst case scenario. So now it's gravy from here on out, like
Yeah.
I can just live in this and enjoy myself. And I thought he did a beautiful job. I really, really did. The ending, oh, it was refreshing. It was pure. It was so, so good. And I've been taking polls. I go on some of the sites that have existed since I was on Idol, and I went in the polls, and he's like right at the top of most of those
Really?
polls,
Okay.
like number 2 or 3 all the time. So he's doing well.
That's good. I mean, I really feel like after 2 weeks ago to Sunday night, I feel like I saw a huge growth. He seemed
Yeah.
more relaxed. He seemed to control himself in the song.
Yes.
I love that he said that was his mom's favorite song.
I know. And a week off will do you good.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I love that they had that too, like almost like a reset, and got to see family. Like, and just even though it was distanced and masked, like they at least got to lay eyes on family in person. And that gives you so much more, like, just oomph to keep going. So I was really, really proud of him. I thought he did great. I immediately voted as soon as he was done singing, because I wait till the end of the song, and then I'm like, yep, that's it.
Well, I'm glad I voted. Well, I kind of voted at the start of the show just because I wanted to make sure I gave our locals some love. And so I'm glad I went ahead and got in, because I heard some people had a hard time at the end trying to get votes in or something. I'm not sure.
Really?
And the fact that I didn't realize they were closing it. Like, that totally messed me up.
I think I had noticed earlier, because I looked on my DVR, because I have it set up to record, and I went to Monday and was like, oh, there's no show on Monday, which means like we're getting a show and an elimination. Like, they're going back to once a week. So I thought, okay, I need to be on it. And I think from here on, like, eliminations will be happening at the end of each episode. And that's why they're doing it. Anytime they say live from coast to coast, I'm like, oh, we need a vote, because that's why it's live on the West Coast.
Yeah, early, right? Because it's actually 7:00 for us, but what, 5:00?
5,
Right?
yeah, 5 for them, but they have to show it at the same time so we can all vote at the same time.
Interesting. So what do you predict is going to happen this week? Do you think, you already mentioned eliminations? You think we'll lose 2 more or 1 more? What do you think?
I think we're going down to the top 5, I believe. And honestly, it's anybody's game. I normally Disney week is not the best week for everybody, but this time it just was a great week for people. Like, I mean, it just, Grace Kinsler, what in the world?
Okay, so she picked that song, which I mean, come on. How can you not like that song from
Yes.
Frozen?
I mean, it's a great song, but it's a beast of a song to sing.
Yes. I mean, big song.
And she killed it. There were some parts right in the middle where I was like, I don't know what's happening right here, but beginning and end were so flawless that I did not care. I didn't care. She's so good. So I feel like she's top 5 for sure.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that. I would put her in the top 3.
Yeah, and Casey Bishop.
Yes, which just surprised me.
Did it?
Yeah.
She's just killer at whatever she sings to me.
I know, but I don't know. I guess I because she's so tiny, I'm not expecting.
Right. Just little and young and all the things.
Because isn't she like 15 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time she steps up there, I'm expecting something else. I don't know. Because she's young and she's tiny. And I'm thinking, and then I'm blown away.
So good. So I feel like it's her. I feel like it's Hunter. I do think it's Hunter. And then I think maybe it's Willie.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like Caleb Kennedy's the only country person, and country people love to vote. So
he's gotten a lot of support. I've seen him on a lot of social platforms, people talking about him. I don't know at this point if he's going to carry to the top 5, though.
I think he's going home every week, and he doesn't. So
and he's still there.
And I'm like, more power to you, dude. Like, I thought he had his best week yet this past Sunday. So I'm all about it. But I think that they're really pushing Arthur. So it's possible that Arthur takes that last spot. I think he's kind of edging out Chase Beckham a bit. So,
but I really like Chase.
I do too. And even though I do feel like Chase kind of sings the same song every week,
it sounds like the same thing. He puts the same spin on it
every time. Like, and when I heard he was doing Baby Mine, I was like, oh, good. He'll do like a ballad and we'll hear something different. And then he made it sound like all the songs that he's sung every week. And I was like, well, So to me, what I think is he's going to be successful regardless. And we know exactly what he's going to sound like. And we're going to buy his record because he's really good.
Yeah.
Like, he's just really good. So he doesn't have to win it for us to want to buy his record. So I think he's gotten out of the show what he needs to get out of it, especially if he's going to sing the same song every time.
True.
So maybe it's Arthur. We'll see.
I'm a little upset by that. I don't know, because like you said earlier about bringing somebody back, and I don't know.
It's hard. Like,
I'm torn. I'm torn over this.
I honestly, I want them to perform. Like, I want them to be able to be on that stage. I just don't want them to be in the season. Like, I don't want them to be a part of the season and us to vote on them.
Yeah.
And so I felt bad because I didn't vote for him, and part of it was out of principle. Like, I was like, you're not on this season. Which is awful.
You had your chance last season. I mean, who gets a replay like that? Really? Come on.
Especially coming in second. Like, I like totally had it like a toddler temper tantrum and was like, I'm not voting for you. But he's extremely talented and he deserves the best. And I don't want to, like, he's good people. So I'm really happy for him. It's just weird bringing him in this late in this season and not seeing like kind of how he would have made it through all of the stuff that they went through this particular season.
Right.
Like, would he actually have made it in this crop of singers? I don't know.
So. True. Yeah, it's kind of like cutting line. It's kind of like, okay, you got the shortcut route to get into the top 7.
Right. Like, I think if he were like a duo up against like a Murphy or a Wyatt Pike, we might be like, is he the person that we chose, or did we go the other way? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun. This has been really interesting this whole season. It's so exciting to still have a local in there at 7. We got to push Hunter up to at least 5. Come on. I mean, I'm hoping he goes top 3.
I think he will. I think he will actually,
but we got to make sure he gets to the top 5. So you guys don't forget, go vote. Show is on
vote
Sunday. Now I haven't looked ahead. Is there a show Sunday and Monday or just Sunday?
just Sunday.
Okay.
It's just on Sunday. So vote on Sunday. Like you literally have to watch live and vote.
Yep.
Pretty please.
Or they'll put it out. I follow Hunter. If you want to follow Hunter, he puts out when the vote is open, and they changed his number. Did you notice that?
Yes, they changed.
That kind of threw me off because I had it saved in my phone.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, they changed all the numbers. So hopefully that was the last time they're doing that.
Yeah. Why did they change the numbers? Do you know? Did they change your number when you were?
Well, yeah, our number changed every week.
Oh.
So it's different now that they've been like giving contestants a number and they keep it the whole season. But for us, our number was the order that we sang in every week. So it was a different number each week. And they did the awesome thing at the end of the show of doing a recap of what everyone had done with their number underneath them. Because I think sometimes the people that go towards the beginning, it's a little bit of a disservice because you almost forget by the end, like, wait, who did I like? You know? So I missed the recap. I missed a lot of things.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yes. And on American Idol socials, they usually will do that. They'll do a performance and you can rewatch on socials, like on Facebook.
Right.
They didn't do that this past week because I was looking for those. They didn't have them up as fast as they usually do. So I felt like.
Oh, so you just really just had to be watching or
Yeah.
just vote blindly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed that. Hopefully they'll get back to that. I don't know if it was because it's Disney night and maybe Disney didn't want their songs. You know how, I don't know.
It's either that or they jam-packed that show too. Like they had 2 special performances. They had John Stamos. Like it was a jam-packed show. So
it was a lot. And what do you think about Katy Perry dressed as Tinkerbell?
Well, my dream has always been to be Tinkerbell, so I was a little jealous actually. But I thought it was hilarious because I forget sometimes with Katy that she commits to a bit. Do you know, like
she's all in. Yeah.
All in, commits. And it cracked me up. I used to get so distracted by it, and now it just is who she is. Like, it just is who she is. So I thought it was hilarious.
And she bleached her eyebrows. I was like, what? At first it was like, I kept looking at her.
I saw video of like her getting ready, and so I was prepared.
Okay, I missed that. So yeah, I was not prepared.
So I was like, oh, she's going all in. I forget, like, Idol tweeted like, what costume will Katy wear? And I was like, oh, that's right. She does that. Like she's all for a theme week. So yeah, it was, I kind of loved it. And I'm hoping that one day in a Disney parade, I can fly like Tinkerbell. That's
oh, okay. You let me know if that happens. I think we should make it happen.
I'm trying. I'm using every connection I have and it's not working.
Oh, I think they have to train, but you'd be up for that. You'd be trained. You would train.
I would totally train for that.
Okay.
I would totally train. So
we need to make that happen. Melinda needs to fly like Tinkerbell in the parade. That is one of the highlights of the parade. If you've ever been to Disney, that's amazing.
It's the best part, and I love Tinkerbell so much anyway. So I just want to get on that zip line and go.
And how can you not like Tinkerbell? She's so cute with all of her stuff.
She is. And I hear you have to be just about my height. So I think there's a small chance.
Okay. So you're the right height. All you got to do is train. You'll be ready to go. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, doing a little American Idol talk. We'll see if we can get Cassandra and talk to her and follow up and see how she's doing, what's next for her. Hopefully, what I want to find out is when she's able to come back. I don't know how long they keep her there.
She'll probably be home pretty soon. I think Bean was home like in 2 days.
Okay.
And then he like went out and did the Ellen show, but then was right back home. So she might be home soon.
Okay, well, we need to find that out. Maybe there'll be a parade, some like homecoming. I remember you had a homecoming when you came back here. So
I did.
hopefully we can find that out and pass that along.
Awesome.
All right, see you. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.